Art is notoriously difficult to define, and people have been making art for as long as we've been recording history, so I'm sure we've been debating what makes good art, or what even constitutes art, for just as long. Beauty is a large part of art, and there are certainly combinations of qualities like shape, sound, form, color that please the aesthetic senses. In any way, creativity is an unmeasurable experience and forges connection in numerous ways, between senses, between cultures, between trees. I think we're somehow inclined to believe that creativity is just an artistic process, but it's present in so much more. What about creating other things? How about creating experiences or creating bonds? What about being a maker of connection, conversation, or circumstance? I mean, really think about it. What's something you've created lately? Anything. And what did it take to make it a reality? What's something you may have created and don't even know about it?
I already feel like doing it again, honey. 'Cause once you know, then you know, and you don't want to go back to where it is that you come from, yeah. I just wanna stay high with you. 'Cause where I come from.
Slackline is unlike anything else I've experienced, because even though you stand out, you fit right in. That's probably partly what led Ethan to meeting Dylan and Davis, and the rest of the Metta Collective, who organize a creative arts retreat called Beauty in the Backyard. Situated in northern Maryland, the second annual retreat would be taking place in early October, and was themed at its inception for reconnection. Reconnection with each other, ourselves, and nature. After Metta learned more about Slackline and its potential at the retreat, Ethan was charged with assembling a crew to bring balance to the backyard. I'm not sure he knew entirely what he was signing up for, but he definitely knew who.
Just feel great. I just wanna stay high with you.
Over the course of months, our group formed, as did our conversations in preparation. And even though we only had rough ideas for webbing and nets, we had the food dialed. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. A good team is well fed. Plus, cooking for people you care for is just fun.
Just fine, thank you.
We'd be there for nearly a week, 3 or 4 days ahead of the event to set up, and then the 3 days of the retreat itself. Between that Monday and Thursday, we arrived, tirelessly setting up and rigging as we progressively grew to be the largest volunteer group at the event. We outfitted trees with slacklines and nets, corridors with lighting and electrical. We more or less took over the entire gymnasium as our de facto slacker home base.
Just wanna stay high. I just wanna stay high. I just wanna stay high. I just wanna stay high.
More spectacular than anything else, over the course of the week, we were front and center for the realization of countless ideas and creativity, as the landscape transformed into something I'd simply never seen before. Working as a team takes practice, like anything else, I suppose. Monkey wrenches, catch-22s, and curveballs are at the other side of each decision, so even if you think you're prepared, you're not. Being able to manage chaos makes partly for a good leader, and understanding and patience definitely make for a good team. I can't understate the importance of all the good food, or the need to find sleep when you can. Or simply, a good team needs the right environment to be its most creative. A surprisingly well-tuned piano sat in the corner of the gym. Through the week, it provided us with the great pleasure of hearing dozens of people express themselves in this language. It was a fantastic representation of the musical undertone of the retreat, and an irresistible way for wandering creators to pass time or share something special. Beauty in the Backyard featured many different types of artists, and yet this piano was a simple reminder we were all brought there in large part for many of the same reasons. One reason was certainly the most common denominator of all: expression. Expression is just as hard to define as art, and takes practice just like teamwork. So one of the things that keeps bringing me back to wanting to spend time with slackers is the ease of expression in their midst. It feels much more downhill and less strained. I feel less judged and more supported. You could say it makes for a pretty good working environment, but that's a stretch. I guess some things are just plain better with them around. Nighttime was out of this backyard world. The lights were busying. The music was everywhere. I felt the bass through my shoes.
Bass.
I found myself staring, a lot, even at things I'd thought I'd seen before. A different creator occupied this time than I'm used to with Alpine Starts and Sunrise Coffee, and their art seems to predominantly reflect that darker tone. But it was absolutely no less beautiful than the day. Beauty, as they say, is in the eye of the beholder, and perhaps it's been in your backyard all along. All it takes is a little creativity.
Creativity.
Quick announcement, we do have a sign-up sheet, and my name's Evan. I'm the production manager for this festival. If you are a DJ or would like to try DJing and you've never had the opportunity, well, guess what? This beautiful backyard has your sesh. Just come to me and we'll get you a set time. We'll be doing this all weekend. There is no sets here, so the only way we're having music play is if you want to come play, so don't be shy, please.